Start.
Somehow Pips and Kelsey have made it to the top of the purple team again.
Yeah.
Maokai ban. That's three games in a row. He's got a 100% pick ban rate.
He's
4 games really, because because we did have a champion select game.
He's going Scion. If you go Scion top lane, I'll have no problem with that. Scion top lane's actually not too bad. Scion anywhere else. Scion mid works, especially if you go AP. Scion anywhere else doesn't really work. For Scion jungle can work, I guess, if you farm like a maniac.
Yep, and I really hope they counterpick him with Karthus. I really want to see
really?
that.
Why is Karthus a counterpick to Scion?
Well, because you just stay at the back and he tries to walk forward with a shield and you just walk away while you keep last hitting with lay waste.
True.
Then his shield explodes and then he has to walk through a wall of pain to get back to where he was safely. And then he just gets with more Skittles.
Sorry, how does that go?
That's the sound effect, damn it.
Scion jungle, alright. Oh, Scion ban!
Scion ban! You're my hero, Jesse.
That was totally worth. Tazzy, you are the best. I love you right now.
For the first time, I think I think ever, has Scion warranted a ban.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty rare to see a Scion ban. I think you probably see it when you start playing draft normals when you just hit level 30. That's probably about it.
Maokai, Kassadin, Scion. Kassadin ban's always good. Like, seriously, he's got like a 80-90% ban rate in professional play.
He is disgusting. I mean, I played him the other day in mid, in solo queue, and I was up against. I mean, I very rarely play mid, but I played a fair bit of Kassadin back when I first started playing, and up against a Ziggs, and if you time your abilities right, it was just nothing you could do. Like, you'd throw a bouncing bomb, you'd rift walk in front of the bouncing bomb, so you dodge the bouncing bomb, and then you just hit him with your combo, and they're like a third of his life is gone, and then you just walk back, and he can't do enough damage to make it back up. So. He got a bit. You should take it as a tribute to your great skill at subpar champions in subpar roles that they banned your Scion before they could even see it. Victor. Oh yeah, that's true. It's been Switch State mentions my first Quinn, we don't know. I guess we don't know where it's going to be, but Quinn can work in top and mid if played right. I'm not a huge fan of Quinn as an ADC, but horses for courses. I'm just trying to think if I've actually played with a Quinn ADC and we've ever actually won. I think you can do it right. I think there is a way of doing it right. It's just very difficult. It's a bit like it's one of those champions where there's a very fine line between being successful and totally failing, and it's very easy to fall on the failing side.
Yeah, I really hope that this is a Quinn top lane, rather than a marksman Quinn. I think that'll be the place to put her, because she does quite well in 1v1 duels, and has quite a strong laning matchup against a lot of the traditional melee champions that are up there. Then of course your team suffers from having no tank, but
yep,
it's better to have like a tanky jungler than it is to have to run Quinn as a marksman. So,
I mean, we've got an interesting situation right now where there's a TF and a Syndra and a Quinn. So, it's very squishy so far. On the other team, you've got Leona and Sejuani, who are great initiators, great tanks. So, you know, that's a very squishy backline. Yeah, so
It's interesting. Vespa QT seems to be hovering over the Vi. Probably not a bad pick. You're gonna have to he's gonna have to build like almost pure tank to do that because, as you were saying, just absolute squishy everywhere else. I'm almost 100% certain that will be a support Twisted Fate because Scrub Phoenix has been known to play support Twisted Fate from time to time.
okay.
Which is quite funny because I think the Matt Pack Z pick, which I'm quite excited to see, was meant as a counter pick to the Twisted Fate. So we'll see. It'll almost definitely be Syndra versus Zed. And I'm not actually sure how that lane goes. I'm not familiar with that laning pairing.
Well, I mean, the thing about Syndra is, so Zed appears right in front of you, you then combo him with everything you've got, and then he's dead, and then you get blown up. So it might be one of those things where it actually it stalls out at an even point.
Well, maybe, because I know that Syndra is not really one to take a exhaust, which is kind of the reason that Zed's not seen around anymore. I think, was that this week or the previous week on the podcast? We were talking about how... Yeah, it was this past week, talking about how if Zed is... you can pick Zed into a champion that doesn't take exhaust, so... That's good. Oh! Kangaroonie's locked in Shen! Awesome! I am a full supporter of this pick. I quite like the purple team comp.
It is actually quite good.
Yeah, we've got... Because Zed does do a lot of AoE damage, even though he's known mainly as an assassin, you know, jump on the squishy person and kill it. Well, which is good, because you're against 4 squishy people. And I really like the Sejuani pick. It's going to be a really, really good combination with the bot lane duo. Pips, again, on Draven, and Kelsia on Leona. And Shen can basically go in on anybody. I'm not sure if Zed's little Shadow Dash messes with his ult. I don't think it does, but it might. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But I love it. I really want to see Kelsia on Leona start a Zenith Blade just as Shen has begun ulting him. I think that'd be awesome, and that'd pretty much guarantee the win on a team fight. So,
I mean, now that it's totally locked in, we've seen, okay, Scrub did actually end up taking the exhaust, which is really important because if he's supporting and he didn't take exhaust, he'd be in a terrible position because basically it's just a free reign for Zed to come in and mess up your lane. I mean, really what you'd probably be wanting to do is initiate with Sejuani, follow it up with the Leona ult, and then by the time that's happened, if what's his name? Teleporty guy.
Shen,
that's it. Brain freeze. If Shen, then by that time, then Shen doesn't need to necessarily ult onto Leona or onto Zed, but he just ult in. Well, he probably doesn't even ult in. If you manage to successfully land 2 massive AoE stuns, it's pretty much GG on that team fight. So,
yeah.
But if he needs to, then
I just want to say this about Shen's ultimate. A lot of people have been using it defensively, like throughout history. It's like, oh no, they're onto my AD carry. I'm going to ult him and try and protect him with the shield. The shield is nowhere near as strong as it used to be. So using it for that quite often ends in an unreliable teleport. If they can kill the AD carry, or whoever Shen's target is, if they can kill that person before you arrive, you do not teleport. And that's a very long cooldown.
But to be perfectly honest, who really is going to be able to get to the back line in this other team? I mean, really, there's nobody who's going to be able to sort of... they're not just not tanky enough to really penetrate that front line of a Sejuani. I mean, she's one of the tankiest junglers there is. And Leona, if she dives in there, again, hugely tanky, adds damage to everybody using her passive.
Let me tell you how this is going to work. This game is pretty much going to be determined by how well Purple Team transition from the laning phase into the mid-game team-fighting phase. Because if Pips does what Pips does and tries to split push, he is dead. Absolutely. If someone is on their own pushing minions, anyone, I don't care if it's Zed, I don't care if it's Shen, If they're, well, maybe Shen's a bad example, but if
Yeah.
anyone is out of position, this is what's going to happen. Victor Pradley on Twitch is going to stealth ambush right up into their face, and Twisted Fate is going to teleport behind them. And Twitch is going to hit his spray and pray. Scrub Phoenix is going to hit his gold card on Twisted Fate, and Quinn could probably show up from out of nowhere with that crazy speed boost from a bird.
Yep.
And Shen's going to go, oh, wait, there's a fight there? Oh, they're dead. Like, you know, that's how it's going to play out. Shen might have a chance of surviving because he has that dash and the shield. So if there's a spray and pray and he sees a TF ult coming in, he might be able to get out. But everyone else is dead. If Pips walks to bottom lane and those ultimates are up, he's going to be toast. That's assuming that the blue team take advantage of this, because I'm not sure, based on the picks, I'm not sure blue team know what their team composition does.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the other thing about a Twisted Fate support is he's not going to have much AP. It's not going to be an easy a position to build a lot of AP, which is what you kind of need for Twisted Fate. Like, he teleports in, he gold cards, he usually has a Lich Bane as well, so he basically just blow somebody up using the teleport, the burst in with the teleport. You're not really, he's not really going to have that. And so, I mean, compared to, Leona's not exactly a great peeler, but at least she can... she can peel to an extent. If you use your ultimate to try and lock them down, but then you save your Zenith Blade and your shield stun to peel and to, hold people back and stuff. A Quinn can try and get past all of that, but she's not tanky enough. It's not like you've got a Renekton who can just soak all this damage and still put out a lot of damage. There's one tank, and then once you get beyond that, it's going to be very squishy. So it's going to be a very tough time for the blue team to really... capitalize on any advantage, except those pick, unless it's just like a pick. But even then, okay, so say you've got Shen, he's split pushing, you send Twitch and Twisted Fate to deal with him. Well, then you've got a team that's still, you still got Sejuani, Zed, Draven, and Leona. Draven and Zed, if they get to a tower, that tower is gone. There's, you'd be very difficult to stop people from destroying towers with those two. So, it's going to be an uphill battle for blue team this whole game, I'd say.
Now, we've only got a few seconds left before the game actually begins. Did you want to quickly touch on the Trinity Force Network?
Sure. Well, if you go to trinityforcepodcast.com, you'll find three great podcasts that do League of Legends content. So you'll find the Oslo podcast, which is myself, Steve, Clerical Error, who's also casting with you, and Vesp QT, who is playing Vi in this game. He should actually play Shen, and he should actually have a standard that has the Oslo logo on it, because he is waving the standard for the Oslo podcast. We talk about the oceanic scene, we talk about how to get better at the game, and we release once a week. In fact, our latest episode is up today, so make sure you check it out. You can download it on iTunes or Stitcher. You can also find the T-Force podcast and the T-Force LCS rundown, and the T-Force proper deals with how to get better at the game, and how to all the sorts of things to do with patch notes. They're going to have a very in-depth coverage of patch 4.13 being a huge patch. And then you got the T-Force LCS rundown that talks about the LCS, as the name suggests. So, go check them out. And if you love League of Legends, you'll learn a lot and you'll enjoy a lot, because they are good. We have good fun while doing all these shows. So make sure you check it out. And apart from that, looks like it's a pretty straightforward setup.
Purple put down a very aggressive ward and a very defensive ward. So I think there might have been a bit of miscommunication there about whether or not they were invading, whether or not they were going to ward the red.
Wow, that was brave.
What happened?
So Leona flashes in, gets the stun on, and then they dive the Twitch and Twisted Fate in that brush, forcing a flash out of both of them. So even though Leona sacrificed her flash, I think it probably works out in the favour of Purple Team, because they're...
Oh yeah, one flash for two. That's definitely...
On the bottom lane against...
Leona.
Yeah, in a bottom lane versus Sejuani, who's got a great slow. Her slow, when you max... that's what I max first when I play as Sejuani. It is brutal. So... And also, what they've done is they've pushed Twitch out of lane, so now Draven's going to have a CS advantage. So just switch these up.
Which is a massive deal.
Yeah, huge deal. So
I'm actually going to look at Vesp QT and see what runes and mastery he's got. He's got 8 armor penetration. He's got no attack speed. He's got 10% cooldown reductions, level 1 or 9.17 to be technical. And looks like he's not running much in the way of defense.
oh wow, I got a great counter jungle by Sejuani. They're getting the smite onto the red buff, so that's going to set back Vi even further.
Oh wow.
Top lane, interestingly, the Quinn has managed to actually get a fair bit of damage onto Shen. So, I mean, that's a good first start. I mean, you really want to use that aggression to try and bully him as long as you can, because there's essentially the way Shen ordinarily builds. There's essentially a window by which once you get past that window, you're not going to be able to hurt him. So you need to sort of try and bully him as hard as you can, try and deprive him as much farm as you can, because once he gets a Sunfire Cape, there's just no way you're gonna be able to do enough damage between his shield if he plays it right. There's just nowhere near enough damage you're gonna be able to do to actually make it worth, to be able to hurt him in lane.
Yeah, well, it's Shen's fault himself, actually, because he started with the Doran's Blade instead of a Doran's Shield. I think that's a big mistake. Like, especially when you go against a Quinn. There's not many other matchups where, like, ranged auto attacks are going to be as much of a pressing problem. But this is definitely one of them. This is definitely a Doran's Shield day. It gives you more health. You get a lot more use out of the health regen.
Oh, we're going to get great gank in top lane. Not going to happen. Bottom lane, not going to get a kill there either, but very close. That was an excellent gank by Jev on Sejuani. So,
well, that's what Shen will need to relieve a bit of that pressure. Hopefully, he's going to get the wave pushing just a little bit. Hopefully, he's going to take the opportunity to go back, because he doesn't have teleport. So, if the wave is pushing against him, he's not going to have that chance later.
I mean, I guess one of the things you could do against a Quinn is wait for them to expend all their mana, because Quinn, she's not super mana intensive, but, my experience of Quinns is they tend to use a fair bit of it. So, you can kind of wait for them to use their abilities and hope that they sort of go a bit too ham on that, so that it gives you, that'll make it a bit easier. Because then, the thing about Quinn is she combos. Oh, wow. Big attempt by Leona. Think we can see first blood. Well done.
Blood
we're going to lose in a
double kill.
Double kill.
That is perfect, because let's see, Adoration stacks. What's he sitting at? He got an additional 264 gold from that.
And I think we might see. Oh, is he going to get down?
Wow. Scrub Phoenix. He kind of didn't deserve to live there. That's
nice.
that should have been a kill to Leona. I'm not sure. That must have been masteries or something that he lived through that.
Oh wow, there's a great move. Oh, is he gonna get the kill? And she just got the ult just as she killed Shen there. So that was actually quite a good move by Shen there. Like he was risky, but it's gonna sort of set. I mean, he's going to lose a lot of experience. That's one of the big problems, because he died under tower. All that experience is going to go away.
Also, what's important to note is that Quinn teleported back to lane, and Shen has to walk.
Yeah.
And the minion wave was already pushed under his tower, so he's going to get back there, and he's just going to have to start last hitting under tower. Now, he's doing the right thing by picking up, well, for one, a giant spell, but by putting his points into Vorpal Blade, makes it a lot easier to last hit under tower. The way that you last hit under tower with Shen is basically Vorpal Blade the ones that have not been hit by minions and are just taking the tower hits, and you use your auto attack passive that comes up every few seconds. Oh, Fighter and Dragon. To hit the ones that have been hit by minions, so you can control your damage output actually quite well. He's one of the best at 2v1ing, because he's so good at last hitting under tower, and if they dive him, he can taunt them to force them under tower for a good 4 hits. So So Shen actually got a bit of a buff with the tower changes a few patches ago.
Now, also worth pointing out with Shen before we talk about what happened in that fight is that Shen's now got a giant spell. So really, the ability of Quinn to really just burst him down is rapidly reducing. So if you're playing as Shen, because you're not only is his base health bonus buffed, but his shield health is improved.
Yeah.
So that's going to make it a bit easier for him in the top lane.
Now, Purple Team just snuck Dragon, which has put them at 3k ahead just before the 8-minute mark. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant choice to go do that at that time. They just cleared the ward in this brush here. Another one's been put down, but they had no idea where they went after that. What Jev was tanking the Dragon. Kelsier on Leona came in to tank it a little bit. Oh, we got a Shen ult coming in on Kelsier. Again, used defensively. Oh, double taunt! His best QT, Draven.
Nice.
Oh my god, I'm in the
double kill
for Draven.
And now the shield, you use the shield.
He's going to stop to do a stun, and he's going to die.
Yeah.
Triple kill. He should have just kept running.
Yeah.
Should have just kept running. He knows that you have to stop to auto attack on Twisted Fate.
Well, I mean, essentially what we saw with that, the reason they've got so far ahead is because they managed to get the, basically catch them out of position. You know, they got those kills in the bottom lane. I mean, heck, Draven's what, 5-1, and he's got nearly getting close to triple the farm. Not triple the farm, sorry, more than double the farm of
Twitch?
Actually, nearly triple the farm of Twitch. So, that's not a good position. Really, if you're Twitch now, you really don't want to be trying to engage because he's already got a BF sword. He's going to eye edge. He's going to eye edge by 9 minutes. So
that's crazy. I wonder what's his adoration stacks at the moment. What's he at? He was at 254 when I last clicked on him. That was from the double kill in bot lane.
Yeah, I don't know what his adoration stacks are, but I imagine they're going to continue to go up. And I mean, a lot of that's to do with some really well placed initiations by Leona. Got caught out as well, so. But I mean, we're seeing the limitations of Twisted Fate support here. Essentially, he's got a gold card, okay, but then after that, nothing. He can't tank damage. He can't, he can't deal damage. I mean, with like a Morgana, you can actually deal a fair bit of damage. You got a fair bit of lockdown, or a Karma, just the repeated use of Q, you can actually deal a fair bit of damage. In fact, I think Karma's got with her upgraded Mantra W, she's actually got max health damage. So yeah, but Twisted Fate goes in, gold cards. If he gets the gold card, then what? Nothing. So. Oh, Draven's gonna get caught out here. I don't think he's gonna go. I don't think he's even really lost any health. He's gonna turn it around. This is not gonna be good for Vesp. Oh, big.
What's interesting to note is that Vi has picked up a Spirit Stone, which guarantees that he's going to go for the Elder Lizard, which is normally the item you go on Vi, but with this team you need a tank.
Yep.
And that's not a tank item.
No. Yeah, I mean that last engage was not a good move. You're already well behind Draven. I mean, Twitch is only level 6, Draven's level 8. Heck, Twisted Fate isn't even level 6 yet. So even and Vi's level 7. So it's a 3-on-2, but you've got a massively fed Draven who's got an infinity edge, and he's just shredding fools left, right, and center. Even with that, it's not a smart move.
Yeah, blue team are really going to need to concentrate on doing what I was talking about at the Champ Select, is that they need to go to other lanes. Like, this bot lane is well and truly lost. They need to go to other lanes, make plays, and pick one person off on their own, and then try and get an objective to try and close the gold lead before it becomes impossible.
Or deep farm. Let them push the wave up. Let them, and then just leave Twitch there just to slow, last hit only. Don't push the wave. Just let him do his thing. That's another way. At least you can get Twitch a bit of farm. Let him get it back into the game a little bit.
Well, he'll have to freeze the lane. The tower's dead, so if he pushes up past the river, he's no good. He's done for. So he's going to have to tank a few things, and Scrub Phoenix on Twisted Fate is going to have to roam to mid lane, or even to top lane, where Quinn will be able to follow up his initiations and such. So they're in a tricky spot because they're basically guaranteed it's going to be a 4v5 no matter what fight they do because Twitch is so far behind.
Now, what we saw there was actually a waste of a teleport, really. I mean, Sejuani came in on the teleport, wasn't able to make a play, so it's a bit of a waste. I mean, I guess they're there to defend the tower. But
I did not realize that Sejuani did not take flash until you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's
flash. You need to take flash.
That's interesting. So Shen backed off, used his ult to defend a Zed who wasn't really particularly dead to begin with. I mean, I don't think he was particularly threatened. Wow, that was nasty. I think we go. Yep. So I think Syndra's probably about the only thing going for this team at the moment. Having said that, bottom lane pushing the heck out of bottom, the duo. So yeah, it looks like they might even. Oh no, they're not going to get that tower, but they're going to be able to push it pretty hard. So I think Shen should have just stayed in top lane. Zed would have been fine. Save your ult for something else. I mean, really, one of the things he could have done was, go for the 5v4 fight at Dragon, because, I mean, Dragon is now there. You could have actually baited a fight. Quinn does have her teleport, so I guess that... Oh, gosh, you're so dead, Quinn. Look at that damage. Look at that damage.
Stand aside.
Crazy.
See, now I think this is a chance that blue team have to kind of make plays, because Pips and Kelsier are doing exactly what I said that they would do that they shouldn't do, and that's try and get themselves out of position now. Ooh, Solar Flare missed.
Yeah, whiffed it. But Burner Flash, which is alright. See, right now, they should be getting Dragon. Right now, people should move to Dragon and take it. But...
all four or five of them, or four of them with Shen, because he's... Oh no, he's on top. They should have taken that mid tower. They could have taken that easily if more than one person was there.
Yeah.
As I said on the champ select screen, is that the purple team, if they get separated, they're just opening themselves up to be killed. But at this point, with Draven 9-1-1, they're they're that's probably not as big a problem as it was at level 1, but the composition speaking, that's still a risk. See, Kelsier is going in.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Kelsier feels invincible. He is 0-0-8. Oh, look at that!
Finally, the Dragon gets shut down. See, that was really bad decision making. See, they could have got an easy Dragon, easiest Dragon in the world, but no, they decided. They got greedy, went for more kills. They could have taken that red buff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Quinn's dead. Oh, the Vault!
The Dragon's gonna kill her! The Dragon's gonna kill her! Yeah, the
Dragon KS.
She auto-attacked the Dragon as she came into the pit.
Yeah, the Vault did an auto-attack reset, and she automatically attacked it. Poor girl. Poor girl, because that maneuver was beautiful.
Yeah.
The Vault backwards over the Dragon pit, that was amazing. Now,
yeah,
look at the purple ward coverage in the enemy jungle. That's brilliant. Vesp QT. Oh, with the fail to flash. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, see, that was not a great move. Just because you could have pressured them, try to get them to use their smite, and then gone for Dragon. That probably would have been like not a bad strategy, but she just got caught out there. Or he got caught out there. So.
The community games, they seem to be getting better and better at getting the early dragons, but they seem to forget about it. Oh wow, this Syndra 4-0-0 against the 0-2-6 Shen with no magic resist. He's just got a Sunfire Cape. Oh, I suppose he's got a null magic mantle, let's be fair. Yeah. Going for Mercury Treads, I would guess. Although I gotta say, there's a lot of physical damage on the blue team, so much... Yeah... Either way, Shen's building items that he's meant to.
Yeah.
Look at that, Jeb and Kelsey, they're under the dragon. Good on them. But they still don't have a... Oh no, they've used the sweeper. Yeah, look at that. Pip shows up on Draven, it's dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Now he's gone for the Draven's gone for the Last Whisper, which is, I guess, the standard build for a for an AD carry these days. But they haven't got a lot of. I think we said this last week. They haven't got a whole lot of armor on them, and Last Whisper is less effective against low armor targets. It's more effective against high armor targets. So going for we got a nice rotation here by Quinn. Oh, he's gonna get away, I think. Get the shield up. Yep. Having a Black Cleaver would be much more effective.
Yeah, or just a Brutalizer. Like, just the Brutalizer would have gotten you actually more. Like, the only person who actually has a single armor item on them is the support, Twisted Fate, and it is 30 armor. 35% of 30 armor is Duggerall. Yep. Like, a Brutalizer gives you 15. That's 50%, right? Well,
and of course, what you could build it into, you could build it into the Emus, because now it's just as effective for range as it is for
melee. That's right.
Melee, and that's actually become quite a popular item at a pro level. So, that does have the armor penetration, just as the Black Cleaver does. It just doesn't have the same passive of reducing their armor for damage that you deal to them. So, this Draven's hungry for blood.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Pips and Kelsey, they've been doing this for a long time. They know that they are completely fed as hell in bot lane, so they're just going to keep going bot lane, because if the enemy bot lane keeps showing up, they're just going to keep killing him. Unfortunately, the rest of the enemy team is roaming down to kill them, so that they can't have that... teaming up is the way to do it. Like, Draven's just got picked off! Oh no! There was no way that could have saved him from that. See, if they'd been grouped up, that would not have been a problem.
No, because you'd have the Sidrani would counter engage, 5-man ult, and at least it would have been a stalemate. I mean, essentially, the problem that the purple team has got right now is they're not grouping up very well.
No, and that's what I said. The outcome of this game would be dependent on how good they did that, and they're not doing it well at all.
Oh, beautiful!
Oh, what an ult! Oh, followed up with the sunlight. Oh, Zed's going in. He's targeting Victor Bradley on Twitch. Oh, the Ignite's going to finish him off. Beautiful. That's they're just going to outgold them now, I think, because this that's going to allow them to just push straight up the mid. Oh, the flash! Xander's blade burning a flash. Oh, Scrub Phoenix should not have turned around. Wow, the fact that he lived is not entirely true. Yeah. I wasn't expecting Zed to be able to get in range of that, so well done.
Oh, that was a beautiful 4-man stun.
Yeah. We're going on about how fed this Pips is, but Zed is 6-1-1 with an Infinity Edge. He's nothing to discredit. He's doing very well. Look at that. He just rotated to top beautifully. I wish it pinged that. I wish that it pinged everybody go top and everybody rotated to the top, because you would have got that tower absolutely no contest. Vesp QT would have walked out and gone, oh dear, why don't I have a giant spell? I'm dead.
No, let's just do. I'm just going to do a vision coverage. So blue he's got one ward out. Purple, however, got pretty much the entire bottom side of the jungle completely covered, as well as most of the top side of the jungle. So that's.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I think.
This was taken to half.
Oh, here we go. Get a teleport in.
Spell. Oh, you're dead, Scrub. You are so dead. You have no idea your capabilities as a support.
Yep.
Yeah, like, the damage output he was expecting there was obviously more akin to an AP mid Twisted Fate.
Yeah.
I feel that if what's her name, Syndra had followed up on that initiation, that would have been a much more powerful play.
Well, yeah, that's it. It's just that he moved just out of range for a follow up by Syndra. So.
Yeah, Sejuani has gone for a Leandri's Torment. That's a funny choice, because she does do a lot of slows, so she does get better advantage of the passive of that item. The
whiffs the ult.
Oh dear. Ew, does it? Dealing spell damage applies a damage over time effect for 3 seconds. That is 2% of the target's current health. It's doubled against people that are slowed or stunned.
Yeah, but there's not much value in that because everybody's so squishy.
Exactly. That was
You know,
what
like,
next
yeah.
point I was going to get onto. Is that no one has any health items. Not even the, in quotations, tank has any health items. Like the Vi has Warden's Mail, which has...
I thought Vi had actually bought... Oh, no, Vi had bought a chain vest, that's right. I thought she'd bought a giant's belt and switched it out for something, but... Oh, hello. Oh, no. Oh, if he hadn't moved away from his ult, if he'd stood there and fought... Yeah, that was... Oh, you got now.
Let me go back and fix
But there was a video I actually saw this week that talked about how to use the use Zed's ult to evade. Like you just quickly tap, like you basically land your ult and then immediately move. But if he'd stood there and actually fought, you know, if he actually stood there and actually did damage before moving to the ult shadow, he actually probably would have killed him straight out. All right. So we got Dragon in 3 seconds. Purple's really positioned to get it. Pips, however, is totally out of position. He's still nearly killed. Oh, he's still going to kill him. But it's not worth. Certainly, having said, he did kill the jungler, so that is kind of worth when Dragons... In fact, I'd be going for Baron if I was Purple Team. Even though your main damage dealer is gone, you've got Smite and they don't. And...
Yeah. Well, Blue have quite a... not Blue. Purple have a very, very efficient... in terms of their effectiveness, because the amount of gold that you spend negates quite a deal of the gold that they've spent if you're buying it properly. But the problem is they haven't got any defensive items, and it's too late to build them, because now that gold efficiency argument's out the window. It's all like, you know, we need another 2,000 gold for our next item. You know, we haven't got item slots to transition, so... Like, Vi still does not have a giant spell. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton of physical damage on this team, so the Warden's Mail is going to be doing work, but they need someone who can stand up for at least 2 to 3 seconds.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, it's a shame that Draven was already dead, otherwise it would be...
Dominating.
You're going to finish the sentence?
Oh, sorry, I'm just waiting to see what happens with the Syndra. Oh, lands it. That was a nice center blade. I approve. Yeah, see, had Purple Team actually managed to... Oh, Syndra managed to get the revenge as well. So if, say, had Purple been there, the whole team, instead of Pips pushing by himself when he's been picked off a couple of times like that already, because you've got a very fast engage by Twitch and by Quinn. They both can get in there very quickly. You know, and then as soon as you get caught, you are dead. Syndra is going to blow you up. So, rather than... Wow, this Quinn's doing a fair bit of damage. Shen should be able to get away because he'll just shadow dash, okay, or flash over the wall.
That's interesting.
So, you know, by that Draven being by himself, you know, he's an easy pick-up. Had you actually gone to Dragon, they could have baited on Dragon. They could have drawn them out, and then they could have got that 2 big AoE initiations. But instead, he got picked off, and then Purple lost. Essentially, Purple lost that fight because they came out even. Really, Purple should be winning these fights. They should get every dragon as soon as it spawns. They should actually probably be going for Baron. They should be trying to bait out on Baron.
Well, they should be getting vision control on Baron. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's one ward there, and it's Blue.
They've had good coverage. I mean, Blue's cleared a lot of it out. Okay, using the ult on Leona's probably a bit of a waste when Ravens are come along and do that. That was a beautiful solar flare.
Wow. Wow, lots of wow.
Yep, and oh, stupid camera.
Now, that was actually fought quite well by the blue team. I think the purple team only won because they have like a 15k gold lead. Like they just brunted them to death with money.
Well, certainly Leona did. I mean, they used this initiation on Leona, and what did it actually get them? Oh, nearly tried to burst him down.
It cost them 4 team members and an inhibitor. Now, Zed's backing off when everyone else is pushing in.
Yeah, I'd actually be pushing. I mean, they've still got 30 seconds. Twitch hasn't come back. If Twitch is not coming back to defend the base, then really...
I don't know what Twitch is doing. I think, What is he doing? I think he's going for a touchdown. Touchdown!
If I was blue team, I'd be probably thinking to do Baron. They've just lost two. They got 30 seconds before those two show up again. Really, there's yeah. I mean, that's what they're doing now, which is a smart move.
Yeah.
Because really, without Draven, they don't have anywhere near the amount of damage as they. Oh, that was nice.
Oh, nice.
Trying to be a smart ass and you get caught out.
That's what you get, Kangaroony. You're gonna die for that, and that's right in front of Baron. And they're going to be able to pick off this this tanky bitch as well.
Oh, if they can get... There we go.
Yeah, that's a free Baron. Well, not a free Baron, but a well-deserved Baron.
Except Vesper's screwing around. They need to be moving right now. And they're not going for it. They should be going for it.
You guys are 16k behind, and you just got 2 kills right in front of
Including
Baron.
the jungler. Including the jungler.
That was just a golden opportunity to take Baron. That was a real waste. Oh, Draven! I'm very impressed with that. Draven split pushing bottom with his ultimate and then regrouping with the team. That's how you should be playing, not split pushing just off on your own, waiting to be picked off by Syndra. You know, you should be with your team. Like, look at this. Purple team are now nowhere near each other. It's like Kelsey is doing the right thing and clearing wards, but he had no idea the team wasn't there. He could have just as easily just face planted straight into a gold card.
Bad move for look at the chunks.
Yeah. This is why you need to roam as a team. This is exactly why. Both sides seem to be suffering from this inability to group as 5. Which is actually quite common. I remember in many of the games that we've had, even when we've got voice communications, you know, it could take 7 minutes to get everyone in the right spot. So... Oh, nice, they're just taking their buff while Pips is split pushing and the jungler's at blue, and why are they not doing things? Carrot, answer me.
No, I'm just letting you go. No, I mean, it's really either... I mean, Purple Team could actually push to finish. They've got an inhibitor down. The inhibitor's probably about to respawn very shortly. They've got decent vision control. I mean, they're trying to put out some wards. Really, they could try and close out this game by getting another... I mean, they definitely get another tower. They should, but... Okay, Twitch is... He's split pushing up top, which is not a bad... I mean, they're in a tough spot. They're quite far behind.
The problem is that blue team can't turtle.
Yeah.
Because there's too much tank stats on purple, and blue have absolutely none. So that, like, this tower might as well not be there. Like,
see, I think Shen's doing a dumb thing here. I think they should base race it, and I think they should win this base race. They've got super minions pushing their inhibitor, the thing already. They should be tanking this. Instead, they've actually gone back, and they're going to lose a tower, an inhibitor tower because of their indecision. They should have pushed it.
Yeah, that is the power of having 2 AD carries in one team composition, is that you're able to do a lot of damage to structures. But if they just kept pushing, if that tower dive... If they did a tower dive there, they could have rotated to the mid, gotten the inhibitor that's already open. They could have pushed the minion waves in while Quinn and Twitch were, you know, trying to knock down that tower.
I mean, Leona's got 3k health. She's got over 100 armor and MR. CVS, sorry, mate. Oh, you're gonna get away! Oh no, not anymore. Oh,
no, Pips is going the wrong way. He should have curved upwards. Would have got him on the backswing.
There we go.
So look at this Jeb and Map Pack. They just walked right up to it and started attacking it. See, if Blue had... Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. There's an answer to my question. No, it doesn't cancel Shen's ult if you teleport in.
This is the right move. They should be base racing. They've got the advantage. They got the advantage in health. They got the advantage of damage.
Don't get me wrong. What Victor Bradley is doing is a really good
absolutely
move. And they could have won the game. Oh wow! What a taunt! Oh, what a Zenith blade! Nah, that's game over. Twitch is going to be trying really hard. Oh, Tassie has left the game.
Oh,
Is there going to be a pause, or is that a
No,
double
I think
spin?
it's just game over.
Twitch is getting some hits in, but it's not going to be enough. What is Sidra doing? Sidra was in a really weird spot there. I'm not sure how.
I mean, one of the things about split pushing is it creates indecision. So that's another reason, apart from actually the fact you get damage done. Well done to Purple Team. One of the things that split push did right was it forced them to be indecisive. So that's why you might use a split push to try and create, especially in teams that aren't communicating. You know, it's going to make them split up because they don't know what they're doing. So that it was a smart strategy to do. Just unfortunately, it wasn't successful overall. Purple Team win this one.
They got out golded. I think they that strategy and the decisions that Purple Team made. If the gold difference hadn't been so huge, that very much could have won them the game.
Yeah, especially with the teleport with Quinn, because Quinn does just hammer down those towers when she's in her Valor form. When she ults, she just does. Her attack speed is off the charts. So, well done to everybody. Now I think that's it for tonight. The last of the games in Oceanic Ballerina Week 6. Make sure you check out trinityforcepodcast.com for all the 3 shows. The VODs will be on youtube.com/tforcepodcast/videos. And if you follow us on Twitter or on Facebook, which is at Oslo Podcast, or facebook.com/Oslo Podcast, I will post up the link to the VODs. You can check them out. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been some great games, and I hope you've learnt a lot. And we're going to be back again next Thursday from 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And also, don't forget to check out